Title: Lone Ranger U.S. soldier takes a stroll into North Korea. TLDR. Hold on to your popcorn, folks. A U.S. soldier had a rather peculiar Tuesday. He woke up and thought, maybe I should cross the border into North Korea. What's the worst that could happen? So, he became the first American detained in the Hermit Kingdom in nearly half a decade. All this amid rising tensions over North Korea's nuclear ambitions. We've got no idea why he crossed, but he did it willfully and without authorization. Dive into the deets. Tuesday morning was not your average day in the Korean border village of Panmunjom, famous for its iconic blue huts and concrete slabs forming the demarcation line. A curious U.S. soldier, on a village tour, decided to take a leisurely stroll into the North Korean side of the village. He crossed the military demarcation line willfully and without authorization, according to the U.S. military in South Korea. They believe he's now in the warm, or maybe not so warm, embrace of North Korean custody. As for the North Korean state media, they haven't made a peep about it yet. Talk about a suspense thriller. Just to put things into perspective, it's quite rare for Americans or South Koreans to defect to North Korea, even though over 30,000 North Koreans have made the trek to South Korea since the Korean War ended in 1953. So, this US soldier's jaunt is a plot twist of epic proportions. Let's talk a bit about Panmunjom, where all this drama unfolded. This place is not just a village, it's a relic of the Cold War, a monument to history where the armistice ending the Korean War was signed. No civilians live there. Just imagine standing there, looking at the last frontier of the Cold War. Chills, right? But wait, there's more. Tours to the southern side of the village reportedly drew around 100,000 visitors a year before the pandemic. So, was our soldier friend just a tad too enthusiastic about his sightseeing? Or was he rehearsing for a Broadway show about a soldier's day out in North Korea? Of course, we can't ignore the fact that there have been cases of American civilians arrested in North Korea in the past after allegedly entering the country from China. They were later convicted of espionage, subversion, and other anti-state acts. But they were often released after high-profile U.S. missions came to their rescue. So, who's packing their bags for Pyongyang this time around? On a serious note, this incident has come amid high tensions over North Korea's barrage of missile tests since last year's beginning. Just on this Tuesday, a U.S. nuclear-armed submarine visited South Korea for the first time in 4 decades as a deterrent against North Korea. So, we might want to ask, was our soldier friend aware of all this? Or was he too busy planning his excursion to North Korea? So folks, we're left with an unprecedented incident, an unanswered question, and an unending curiosity. Let's see what unfolds. Disclaimer, this article is based on real events. However, it's not intended to provide any type of advice or recommendations. Be sure to do your research before making any decisions based on this article. End of the line question. So, what's your take on our soldier's unexpected adventure? Was it a bold act of rebellion, a terrible mistake, or just a need for a change of scenery? And what should be the response from the US government? Let's start a conversation.